That's right. George Washington took office as the first president of the United States of America 200 years ago today. And it happened right here. We were going to declare another independence. The dawn of a new nation here. The end of the Patriots' secret rule. Liberation of this country. This was where it was supposed to begin. This is where freedom could have been born.
All you want is power at any cost.
Jack, it's not power I want. What I wanted to take back from the Patriots are things like freedom, civil rights, opportunities. The founding principles of this country. Everything that's about to be wiped out by their digital censorship. Jack, listen to me. We're all born with an expiration date. No one lasts forever. Life is nothing but a grace period for turning the best of our genetic material into the next generation. The data of life is transferred from parent to child. That's how it works. But we have no heirs, no legacy. We brothers are called les enfants terribles. Cloned from our father, with the ability to reproduce conveniently engineered out. What is our legacy if we cannot pass the torch? Proof of our existence, a mark of some sort. When the torch is passed on from parent to child, it extends beyond DNA. Information is imparted as well. All I want is to be remembered by other people, by history. The Patriots are trying to protect their power, their own interests, by controlling the digital flow of information. I want my memory, my existence to remain. Unlike an intron of history, I will be remembered as an exon. That will be my legacy, my mark in history. But the Patriots would deny us even that. I will triumph over the Patriots and liberate us all, and we will become the Sons of Liberty!
Raiden, are you receiving? We're still here.
How's that possible? The AI was destroyed.
Only GW.
Who are you?
To begin with, we're not what you'd call human. Over the past 200 years, a kind of consciousness formed layer by layer in the crucible of the White House. It's not unlike the way life started in the oceans 4 billion years ago. The White House was our primordial soup, a base of evolution. We are formless. We are the very discipline and morality that Americans invoke so often. How can anyone hope to eliminate us? As long as this nation exists, so will we.
Cut the crap! If you're immortal, why would you take away individual freedoms and censor the net?
Jack, don't be silly.
Don't you know that our plans have your interests, not ours, in mind?
What?
Jack, listen carefully, like a good boy.
The mapping of the human genome was completed early this century. As a result, the evolutionary log of the human race lay open to us.
We started with genetic engineering, and in the end, we succeeded in digitizing life itself.
But there are things not covered by genetic information.
What do you mean?
Human memories, ideas, culture, history.
Genes don't contain any record of human history.
Is it something that should not be passed on? Should that information be left at the mercy of nature?
We've always kept records of our lives, through words, pictures, symbols, from tablets to books.
But not all the information was inherited by later generations. A small percentage of the whole was selected and processed, then passed on. Not unlike genes, really.
That's what history is, Jack.
But in the current digitized world, Trivial information is accumulating every second, preserved in all its triteness, never fading, always accessible.
Rumors about petty issues, misinterpretations, slander.
All this junk data, preserved in an unfiltered state, growing at an alarming rate.
It will only slow down social progress, reduce the rate of evolution.
Right? You seem to think that our plan is one of censorship.
Are you telling me it's not?
You're being silly. What we propose to do is not to control content, but to create context.
Create context.
The digital society furthers human flaws and selectively rewards development of convenient half-truths. Just look at the strange juxtapositions of morality around you.
Billions spent on new weapons in order to humanely murder other humans.
Rights of criminals are given more respect than the privacy of their victims.
Although there are people suffering in poverty, huge donations are made to protect endangered species. Everyone grows up being told the same thing.
Be nice to other people.
But beat out the competition.
You're special. Believe in yourself and you will succeed.
But it's obvious from the start that only a few can succeed.
You exercise your right to freedom, and this is the result. All rhetoric to avoid conflict and protect each other from hurt. The untested truths, spun by different interests, continue to churn and accumulate in the sandbox of political correctness and value systems.
Everyone withdraws into their own small gated community, afraid of a larger forum. They stay inside their little ponds, leaking whatever truth suits them into the growing cesspool of society at large.
The different cardinal truths neither clash nor mesh. No one is invalidated, but nobody is right.
Not even natural selection can take place here. The world is being engulfed in truth.
And this is the way the world ends. Not with a bang, but a whimper.
We're trying to stop
I had
that
my
from happening.
microphone and camera off because I was munching for a little bit. These cutscenes have gone on for a while. It's going pretty alrighty, Mythic. I forgot the chat was still on.
Information and memory must be filtered out to stimulate the evolution of the species.
I'm just at a little bit of a
You're
loss right now,
qualified to decide
you know,
what's necessary and not.
with the content that
Absolutely.
my poor throat.
Who else could
That this
wade
game is delving
the sea of
into.
garbage you people produce, retrieve valuable truths, and even interpret their meaning for later generations?
That's what it means to create.
Like, I've just kind of been sitting here in
context.
silence
I'll
for the last
decide for
little
myself
while,
what to believe and what to pass on.
Is
thinking.
that even your own idea?
Or something
On this.
Snake told you.
That's the proof of your incompetence right there. You lack the qualifications to exercise free will.
That's not true. I have the right.
Does something like a self exist inside of you?
Oh, that's
That which you
unfortunate
call
there.
Self serves
Sons
as
of
nothing
Liberty
more than
here.
a mask to cover your own being.
Just heard
In
the
this
game
era
title of
ready-made
recently.
Truths, self
Said
is
in a
just
cutscene.
something used to preserve those positive emotions that you occasionally feel.
Another possibility is that self is a concept you conveniently borrowed under the logic that would endow you with some sense of strength.
That's crap.
Is it? Would you prefer that someone else tell you? All right then. Explain it to him.
Jack, you're simply the best. And you got there all by yourself.
Oh, what happened? Do you feel lost? Why not try a bit of soul searching?
Don't think you'll find anything, though.
Ironic that although self is something that you yourself fashion,
That's
every
going
time
good.
something goes wrong, you turn around and place the blame on something else.
It's not my fault. It's not your fault.
In denial, you simply resort to looking for another, more convenient truth in order to make yourself feel better.
Leaving behind in an instant the so-called truth you once embraced.
Should someone like
Sounds
that
like
be able to decide
quite the
what
possibilities
is
there.
truth?
Should someone like you even have the right to decide?
You've done nothing but abuse your freedom.
You don't deserve to be free.
We're not the ones smothering the world. You are.
The individual is supposed to be weak, but far from powerless. A single person has the potential to ruin the world.
And the age of digitized communication has given even more power to the individual. Too much power for an immature species.
Building a legacy involves figuring out what is wanted and what needs to be done for that goal. All this you used to struggle with. Now we think for you.
We are your guardians, after all.
You want to control human thought? Human behavior?
Of course. Anything can be quantified nowadays. That's what this exercise was designed to prove.
You fell in love with me just as you were meant to, after all. Isn't that right, Jack?
Ocelot was not told the whole truth, to say the least.
We rule an entire nation. Of what interest would a single soldier, no matter how able, be to us?
The S3 plan does not stand for solid snake simulation.
Are the
What it
Patriots
does stand
really
for is
AI?
selection for societal sanity. The S3 is a system for controlling human will and consciousness.
The cutscenes are pretty long, but delving into
S3
interesting
was not
material.
A soldier trained in the image of Solid Snake. It is a method, a protocol that created a circumstance that made
Mission
you
mailed.
what you are.
So you see, we're the S3, not you.
What you experienced was the final test of its effectiveness.
That's crazy.
You heard what President Johnson said.
The Arsenal's GW system is the key to their supremacy.
The objective of this exercise was to establish such a method. We used Shadow Moses as a paradigm for the exercise.
I wonder if you would have preferred a fantasy setting.
We chose that background because of its extreme circumstances. It was an optimal test for S3's crisis management capacity. If the model could trigger, control, and solve this, it would be ready for any contingency. And now, we have our proof. Raiden, there are also reasons behind your selection. Solidus raised plenty of other child soldiers. Do you know why we chose you over them? It was because you were the only one who refused to acknowledge the past. All the others remember what they were and pay for it daily.
But you turn your back on everything you don't like. You do whatever you like, see only the things you like, and for yourself alone.
Yes, Rose can attest to that.
You refused to see me for what I was. I lied to you, but I wanted to be caught. You pretended to be understanding, to be a gentleman. You never made a conscious attempt to reach out to me. The only time you did was when I gave you no choice but to do so.
I was just trying not to.
What? Trying not to hurt me? Dear, the one you were trying not to hurt was yourself. Avoiding the truth under the guise of kindness is all that you did. It occurred to you to do nothing but look out for yourself. Even if you claim that it was for my sake, that feeling was nowhere to be seen. In the end, everything was for your sake. I was never part of the picture.
Exactly right. So you see, you're a perfect representative of the masses we need to protect. This is why we chose you. You accepted the fiction we've provided, obeyed our orders, and did everything you were told to. The exercise is a resounding success.
Didn't I tell you that GW is still incomplete? But not anymore, thanks to you.
Your persona, experiences, triumphs, and defeats are nothing but byproducts. The real objective was ensuring that we could generate and manipulate them. It's taken a lot of time and money, but it was well worth it considering the results. I think that's enough talk. It's time for the final exercise. Raiden, take Solidus down.
Think again. I'm through doing what I'm told.
Oh, really? Aren't you forgetting something?
If you die, my child dies.
The termination of vital signals from your nanomachines means the death of Olga's child. Not to mention the death of Rose. She's wired the same way.
Rose, does she actually exist?
Of course I do, Jack. You have to believe me.
Damn!
It will be a fight to the death.
Solidus at least wants you dead.
We will collect the necessary data from this last fight. then we'll consider the exercise closed.
Yeah, I noticed that there.
Jack the Ripper, will it be Solidus, the Patriot's creation, or you, Solidus's creation? Our beloved monsters, enjoy yourselves.
Jack.
Yeah,
My son.
potentially. I'm gonna go back to,
My clone brothers and I are
Yes.
called monsters, replicates of evil genes. You are one of a kind, but still a monster, shaped by a dark and secret history. We need to decide which monstrosity will have the privilege of survival. By the way, Jack, I was the one who killed your parents. I claimed you for my own and raised you as a soldier in the army of the devil. I am your foster father and your worst enemy.
Why?
Because I needed to know whether we were really someone else's creation. We're repeating history, Jack. Liquid and Solid hunted down Big Boss, trying to sever the tie that bound them to him. Unless you kill me and face your past, Jack, you will never escape. You'll stay in the endless loop, your own double helix. It's time we were both free. I have other reasons for wanting you dead. The clues to the Patriots inside GW have been erased, but there are other traces. Inside you.
What?
The information is being carried by the nanomachines in your cerebral cortex, and throughout the neural network they've formed. Brace yourself.
Pause for a hot second. This seems like this is going to be an important battle here. So... Also, it's not really fair that he gets 2 swords, I get 1. This might end up taking a few tries, and I have to do a boss completely based off of swordplay now? Okay. Oh. Oh, but it's still a 3D space here. For whatever reason, I thought it might be like a 2D fighter kind of thing. Ow. No curiosity. I have 1 ration. Okay. Can I just, like, you know, cheese it out like this? What the heck is... Oh my goodness gracious. How long am I gonna be on fire? Okay, well, my guard does not matter for that. Okay. Why does he have so much health, man? Oh, I missed. Okay. Slow and steady, right? Okay, if he does a big swing, I need to get out of the way. So I better do. Okay. Okay, not again. Okay, so do that. Okay. Then this is gonna be a long battle, isn't it? I'm on fire again. There goes most of my health. I should probably just start from the beginning again here anyway. Unless there's any more information that I can learn while I'm doing this. Is there anything particular that he's really vulnerable to here? Like, can I do the spin?
Is that the best?
Oh, I'm getting like his armor from behind. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. I can whittle down his armor or something? Hold on.
What's wrong with you? Is that the best you can do?
Okay, hold on. Kind of learn here. Just kind of learn in this attempt here. Just use this as a learning experience here. Whoops. Okay, that's not the pull myself back up again button. But yeah, learning experience here, you know. All that. Currently 7:30 in the morning. Oh my goodness. Well, I don't know what whittling that down actually does. But, I was blocking, but okay.
What's wrong with you?
Come on. Okay, I'm not on fire, am I? Okay, I'm not on fire here. Come on. Okay, I'm once again not on fire. Good. Okay. Yeah, if I slash it, whittles down that purple bar there. Oh, looks like there's morning announcements at the... Gosh dang it. I don't really know how best to stop being on fire. I don't think stop, drop, and roll is exactly an option here. You know. Oh, come on.
What's wrong with you?
What do I... Okay, I don't really know what I do there exactly. Okay. Okay, I was blocking. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay. Okay, come on. Okay, come on, please. Okay, do not set me on fire this time, please. Please. Come on. Keep missing my slashes here sometimes. Dang it! If I could just stop being on fire, that would be fantastic. Big slash? Nope. Okay, come on. Right as I go to attack, he does a back kick. Of course. Don't actually know what happens when I whittle down that purple bar. Not actually certain. Okay. Whoa. You've got to be kidding me. Come on. Okay. Gotta be kidding me right now. Okay. On fire, am I? Whoops.
Quit playing around.
That was close. I was blocking, but who's keeping track? I don't know if there's anywhere that I could get rations around here. Probably not. Gonna be honest, I have no idea how that hit me. Man. Okay, just... Come on. Please. Come on. Make him stumble back some more. Please. Okay. Come on. Come on. How did that clip me? Please. Okay, not this time. I don't know if I can deflect those. I doubt it.
What's wrong with you?
Can I make him stumble back? Oh. Quite seem like. And I couldn't even capitalize off of that opening. Come on. Okay. Fine. Fine. Okay. I don't know what the difference between these two is. My blue one and my red one. Fine. What?
Good work, Jack. This is where it gets interesting.
Oh, please. I barely have any health left. I have no way to restore my health. No. Didn't he just nerf himself? What even? Looks like this is probably the IHOP breakfast that's in.
This is your last.
We're not just pawns in some simulation game, you know.
Yes, you are. You're nothing but mere weapons. No different from fighter jets or tanks.
What the?
The old model destroyed 4 years ago was Rex.
The new amphibious model is Ray.
Both of these are the same as the code names used by the U.S. Armed Forces to refer to Japanese warplanes during World War II.
Your code name, Raiden, too, comes from the Japanese Navy's name for one of its interceptors.
Stop it. I'm not a weapon.
Oh, really? Do you know the code name the U.S. Armed Forces used for the Japanese fighter Raiden?
It was Jack. Both of you are just weapons to be
Don't worry,
used
Reggie
and
Bum.
thrown away.
Just weapons to be used on the battlefield. Just pawns in a game. Exactly as you said.
And a weapon has no right to think for itself. Now, it's time to fulfill your purpose. Defeat Solidus.
What? Oh, come on.
What's wrong with you?
Okay.
Let's go.
Hey, jeez. Okay, I mean... Oh, come on. I can never quite be too close to him, and I'll just burn to death there. I really wish I had more than just the one ration.
You can do. All right.
Well. Okay. Oh, come on, immediately. Immediately. Can't afford to take that much damage immediately. Yeah, nothing new.
Oh, what? That's it? All right.
All right. Let's see here. What are you gonna do, huh? Yeah, I shouldn't be too close to you for that reason. Come on. We already did WarioWare. Come on! I can't let him get the first hit on me before I even get any damage on him.
All bark, no bite, right?
Come on. Come on. Oh, come on. Yeah, this is certainly a way that things have played out. I could make him stumble or something like that. Come on. Come on. Don't know how that was missing him there. I don't know what exactly the purple is, if it's like a shield or what. Well, I mean, it's a very different game since it's all, you know, movement-based and stuff. Fun to play in a group there. Alright, well, now I know. Now I know for sure that I have to dodge it. I really don't want that much damage accrued to me. Alright. We'll beat this. Part of this stream, I will beat this here. Come on. Okay. What exactly his purple there means, but come on. At least that didn't hit me. Okay. Come on. Come on. Here we go. The left stick on my or the right stick, sorry, on my Pro controller is a little bit funny. I've noticed it with Smash Bros sometimes, where like the stick can get stuck at times, and I have that happen here. And sometimes I need to like click the stick back into place, make sure that doesn't get stuck on me. A little bit awkward for this battle. Yeah. It's kind of like Doc Ock. Okay. Come on. Oh, come on! That does so much damage to me. Okay, he's out of that corner. I don't know if I can quite punish that one. I had a feeling he might do his big strike. He didn't. Quite. Maybe here, though? I should never attack him unless I'm capitalizing off of an opening. That's showing me. Like, don't attack him early. And I really can't capitalize off of that. Come on. Okay. Okay, come on, do something. Okay. Come on! Yeah, my right stick just wants to not work sometimes. Come on. Well, couldn't quite get 3 strikes there. Come on. Come on. Well. Oh, man. Joy-Con Tokyo Drift? No, it's a Pro Controller. It's the right stick getting stuck and also not registering all my inputs. Well, if I'm ever playing Smash Bros. Seriously, I play with a GameCube controller. A nice GameCube controller. Never this thing. I've just found that to be an issue with Nintendo's Pro Controllers in general. Like, you can hear me flicking the stick over and over here, and how many times is Raiden actually swinging? You know? Not a whole lot in comparison. Come on. Like, I'm getting one strike in there. There we go. I got 3 that time. But yeah. How does Metal Gear Solid play without analog face buttons? I don't understand the question. Okay, come on. Come on, get the 3rd strike, darn you. Okay, I was blocking. I don't know how the heck that hit me, but okay. I was... What is this button? That's the block button, but what do I know? Wait. I don't know how it happened, but somehow my sword got unequipped. Oh my goodness. Come on. Nice if I could get the 3 strikes off of each opening here. But it doesn't seem like I can. Come on. Come on. Why can't I hit him? Come on. No 3rd strike for me. There we go. Come on. Over here. Come on. Okay. Okay, I just need to will down the purple, I guess?
Who am I, really? No one quite knows who or what they are. The memories you have and the role you were assigned are burdens you had to carry. It doesn't matter if they were real or not. That's never the point.
There's no such thing in the world as absolute reality. Most of what they call real is actually fiction. What you think you see is only as real as your brain tells you it is.
Then, what am I supposed to believe in? What am I going to leave behind when I'm through?
We can tell other people about having faith. What we had faith in. What we found important enough to fight for. It's not whether you were right or wrong, but how much faith you were willing to have. That decides the future. The Patriots are a kind of ongoing fiction too, come to think of it. Listen, don't obsess over words so much. Find the meaning behind the words, then decide. You can find your own name. And your own future.
Decide for myself?
And whatever you choose will be you.
I don't know if I can.
I know you didn't have much in terms of choices this time. But everything you felt, thought about during this mission is yours. And what you decide to do with them is your choice.
You mean start over?
Yeah, a clean slate, a new name, new memories. Choose your own legacy. It's for you to decide. It's up to you. By the way, what is that?
Dog tags.
Anyone you know?
No, never heard the name before. I'll pick my own name, and my own life. I'll find something worth passing on. They taught me some good things, too.
I know. We've inherited freedom from all those who fought for it. We all have the freedom to spread the word, even me.
Snake, what about Olga's child?
Don't worry, I'll find him. Count on it. As long as you keep yourself alive, he's safe.
Do you know where Liquid went?
I put a transmitter on his ray.
Did he head for the Patriots?
Yeah, but I have a feeling they gave Ocelot a bogus location to begin with. Cheer up, we have a better lead. This contains the list of all the Patriots.
But Ocelot took it.
The one we gave you wasn't the real thing.
What?
This virus is coded to destroy only a specific part of GW, namely the information about the Patriots' identity. Which means that there's a parameter coded in here that defines what that information is.
I get it. Analyze the code and you can probably find out where they operate. Count me in.
No, you have things to do first. And people you need to talk to.
Snake?
What's wrong?
Nothing. Can I ask you something? Who am I, really?
I wouldn't know. But we're going to find out together, aren't we?
Oh.
See me for what I am, okay?
I know.
Do you remember this place?
Of course. This is where we first met. I remember now.
Hmm?
Today is the day I met you.
That's it.
I think I found something to pass along to the future.
What?
He said all living things want their genes to live on.
Are you talking about the baby?
Yeah. But genes aren't the only thing you pass on. There are too many things that aren't written into our DNA. It's up to us to teach that to our children.
What kind of things?
About the environment, our ideas, our culture, poetry, compassion, sorrow, joy. We'll tell them everything together.
Is that a proposal?
This is for your ears only.
Well, I guess that's our... My goodness, I'm so tired. I was about to say like our 2023 charity stream to stream playthrough, but we've already done another 2023 charity stream playthrough being MGS1 this past May. Our 24-hour charity stream 9 playthrough, our first ever 24-hour charity stream not at home playthrough, being here at the Westside Ice Rink. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I got up at 5:15 in the morning yesterday. It's currently almost 8 a.m. here the following day now. I haven't even been live for 24 hours because I got here at around like 6:20ish, 6:30ish, and helped set up all the cabling and stuff and get things sorted out here, and that ended up taking several hours, and only managed to start going live sometime a decent bit later was the case. And still was like live with just music for about an hour, before everything was properly set up enough to start streaming for real. So, still a little ways off from 24 hours, but a little flying around here. But in terms of time that I've been awake, this is probably longer than I've already ever been awake for any of the previous 24-hour charity streams. And here I am being like, oh, if I want to actually be 24 hours, it's still not done yet, Oh, man, I'm just gonna be half dead for the next several days, my goodness gracious. Played this all through the night here. Unlocked the Tony Hawk minigame. I have no idea what this means. I've never heard of this before, so I have no idea what that is. There's a Tony Hawk minigame. Yeah, ended up taking so long to get through to the end here that breakfast is out now. That's the case. Pancakes and stuff over there. I was thinking about going and grabbing a plate. Getting a little bit of food in my system again. Might not be a bad idea. It's probably gonna be difficult to give like my full proper review for this in the state that I'm in. But for the most part, I like that game. That was definitely pretty good. I did definitely enjoy it. I'm just so beat, man. I don't know what exactly to what exactly to say here. I thought it was an interesting twist, and that it's like, oh, here's your main character of Snake that you're gonna be playing as, and then it's just like, aha, tricked you, you're playing as Raiden for this game, and I was like, what? You know, that definitely surprised me a decent bit there, that's what was going on with that. You know, Raiden, I thought he was, wasn't that fond of him at first, and, you know, and I wasn't really a big fan of his voice either, sounded like a, you know, much lower level of maturity compared to Snake. And I don't even just mean, you know, voice deepness, but he sounded almost still like, you know, he sounded like a teenager almost, you know, is what he kind of sounded like there rather than a young adult, you know. By the end though, he got to be like really interesting, I found. And yeah, nowadays he has his own dedicated game of Metal Gear Rising that I do look forward to playing one day. And you know, I've heard fantastic things about that game. Oh man, my throat is killing me after, you know, past couple dozen hours of talking here, you know. But yeah, so there was that. The general gameplay was mostly an improvement over MGS1. There was definitely still some clunkiness with it, like, you know, it's kind of interesting putting it into the context of the times, where it's like, you know, nowadays you play a game and it's standard where it's like, you know, left trigger is aiming, right trigger is shooting, and then you can use like the right stick to aim. Whereas something like this is like, you know, if you want to properly aim, stay completely still, hold the look button, hold the shoot button. The moment you let go of the shoot button, you know, you're gonna shoot, you know. So that made it kind of awkward to, you know, put away your gun without shooting it, you know, because the moment you put your finger on the trigger there, you're just waiting for it to be released, you know. You want to look around a corner, then you got to twist the left stick around from there, and then you got to hold one of these bumpers. Might even have to hold both of them. So now at this point, you're holding this bumper, or this face button, this bumper, and then, you know, doing shooting and stuff, and then aiming with the left stick. And, you know, when I wanted to just put my gun away without shooting at the time that I was prepared, I had to figure out, like, okay, what order do I, like, in what specific order do I deselect the buttons that I have currently selected in order to do the thing that I wanted to do, you know? So, you know, very much of the times with that as well. It was before it was standard in the industry to do things like, you know, left trigger aim, right trigger shoot, stuff like that. What was the first game that ever did it? I think it was either 2000 or 2001. It was an Alien game, I'm fairly certain. I think was the very first video game that ever did that. And people were, you know, there were some critics that were complaining at the time being like, oh, it's so weird and difficult to understand, you know, whereas nowadays it's like, you know, standard practice. So it really shows how times have changed. So that was interesting there. Yeah, it would have been nice to have that in the control config or something like that. Because, yeah, it just felt very odd at times, you know? I also didn't like the grab and throw thing. Because it's like, you hit the Y button, you'll grab them, grab the guards. But, you know, if you do it like, it's kind of like Smash Bros, where it's like, oh, there's a neutral B and there's like a side B, you know, the different special stuff like that. Neutral Y was to just grab, and then you can mash it to choke them out and stuff if you want. But if you hit Y with any direction on the stick, you just immediately throw them. After which they'll just, you know, get up and start shooting you. So it's like, why would you ever throw them from stealth there? I mean, even in combat, why would you really throw them unless you're just trying to, you know, get them on the ground for a few seconds so you can run away? You know, I guess there was a couple instances of that. But, you know, it's really hard when a guard is walking away and I need to be holding on the left stick to catch up to them. And then, you know, hit the Y button, like, really, really close to them to grab them. And if I still have, like, any direction slightly pressed on the left stick, I'm going to throw them, they're going to get up, and they're going to shoot me. You know. Unfortunately, there weren't a whole lot of cliffs that I could throw them off of there. Unfortunately. So that would just kind of end up screwing me a whole lot of the time. You know, I thought that the plot was really interesting, slowly piecing together this mystery and stuff. The boss battles I thought were really fun. You know.
Life isn't just about passing on your genes. We can leave behind much more than just DNA. Through speech, music, literature, and movies, what we've seen, heard, felt, anger, joy and sorrow.
Hey, I'm playing on one of those right now.
These are the things I will pass on. That's what I live for. We need to pass the torch and let our children read our messy and sad history by its light. We have all the magic of the digital age to do that with. The human race will probably come to an end sometime, and new species may rule over this planet. Earth may not be forever, but we still have the responsibility to leave what traces of life we can. Building the future and keeping the past alive are one and the same thing.
That was an interesting final quote to end things on. Building the future and keeping the past alive are one and the same thing.
Snake, you there?
If anyone ever asks me why I drive a truck from 1953, I'm gonna start telling them that.
Its list. Of course. It contains the personal data of 12 people. There was a name on it. Snake, it was one of our biggest contributors.
What's going on around here?
I don't know.
Anyway, where are they?
Well, we were right about them being on Manhattan, but
But what?
they're already dead. All 12 of them.
Oh?
When did it happen?
Well, about 100 years ago.
Oh.
What the hell?
So this whole chasing ghosts thing here was all like a bit of a construct, essentially, but not a real tangible thing. Huh. I'd definitely be intrigued to look into some video essays on this game afterwards. What? It does, indeed. You got a camera, you can use it in the Tanker episode. You got a camera, you can use it in the Plants episode. I would love to save. Thank you for asking. Anyway, again, I found the story to be interesting. It clearly left things a little bit open with, like, Liquid and Ocelot and stuff like that there, which I'm fairly certain gets revolved in Metal Gear Solid 4, from what I've heard. Like, apparently 3 and 5 are the ones that follow Big Boss, but, you know, 4 is the final one within, like, the mainline timeline that wraps up the stuff with Solid Snake and stuff, so, you know, we'll get to that when we get to that. I'll play Solid 3 when the remake comes out, is my plan. But the thing that I appreciated the most about the story was just how, you know, thought-provoking it was, especially towards the end, about, like, what's real and what's important. You know, what the best path forward is and all that. How much faith we have in, like, ourselves and our own perceptions. I thought that was quite interesting there. But one of the things I was saying before that end credit sequence, or after credit sequence, is I actually really quite liked most of the boss battles. You know, I wouldn't say I loved every single one, but, you know, I definitely quite liked a lot of them there. Like, the one against the, like, roller skate Bomberman Dudo, Snake Tails. Despite how challenging that was, I thought that was pretty fun there. The Vamp one was pretty fun as well. And the one against all those Metal Gears, I thought that was really fun too. I think those are my 3 favorite ones there. Because they were all, you know, very challenging. They all took me several tries, but they never felt like undoable. Well, sometimes the roller skatey one, you know, would screw me a little bit with his bombs, but, you know, not too often. It never felt like super majorly unfair there. You know, those kinds of boss battles where it's like, you know, I try them over and over, it feels possible. That, you know, that was really nice. It's kind of like the feeling you get from playing something like a Soulsborne game, like a From Software title, where it's like, you might struggle over and over and over again, you know, failing countless times against this one boss, but it never feels unfair. It always feels like in the realm of possibility, and you're learning more about, like, their patterns each time and how you can capitalize on these various different openings. And I definitely felt that with some of those bosses until eventually I would kind of get into the rhythm of it and then just, you know, eventually do it. I like that. I thought that those were a lot of fun, and those are gotta be, like, some of my favorite Metal Gear bosses now. I mean, to be fair, I haven't played any of the later games. It's just been, like, the Metal Gear series up to now, Metal Gear Solid 2. But still, I thought that they were really fun. I thought that was pretty good. The music, I feel like, for the most part, just kind of fit what it needed to. you know, not the kind of thing that I'm gonna be jamming out to on my own time for like most of the soundtrack, but you know, it absolutely fit what it was designed for, of like sneaking around, infiltrating this place. Oh no, there's guards that saw you and they're coming after you, you know, stuff like that. It did a good job of being what it needed to. But like the main themes and main leitmotifs and stuff like that, those were good. Those are memorable tunes that they did an incredible job with. Have anything else to mention here? Oh, one gameplay thingamabob that I really did not like was the 2 or 3 hours that I spent going around freezing up all those C4s around the various different things. Like, you know, I get that that was meant to build up towards like, oh, it's all to build up to this other explosion thing where it's like these ones were purposefully placed in, you know, areas where they wouldn't actually do that much damage because they're just the bait here. And after they're all, you know, deactivated or frozen, then the real big bad activates and stuff like that, you know. But it was just so annoying because it was, you know, a lot of times when you're playing something like one of these Kojima games, you know, a lot of the time you'll do like a smidge of gameplay and then get like a whole bunch of cutscenes, you know, be able to sit back and take in some story. But, you know, that was a couple hours, you know, what was it, like 2 or 3 hours, something like that, where just nothing was happening. And the gameplay wasn't even all that engaging because it's just going around to all these different buildings trying to find the C4s that I'm missing, trying to activate all the nodes while dealing with not having any radar before I activate the nodes. And it was just really annoying, that segment. That was definitely my least favorite segment of the... Actually, yeah, that was still my least favorite segment of the game. And my second least favorite segment was like the sniper coverage one there. That was not very good, honestly. That was not super great there. Oh, and I guess that's something that ties into like the storytelling. That's so sad with Otacon. Holy crap. You know, after Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2, jeez. Hopefully in 4 he catches a break. But we'll see there. I already played the original Metal Gear Solid 3. We did that a few weeks ago. That's already been done. I want to see what Snake Tales is. I want to know what the heck this stuff is. Wrongdoing. I just want to see what the heck this stuff even is. This 6 underwater infiltration. A big shell was complete. Oh, is this just like, you know, some of the stuff that was going on in the background? You know, like snakes. I guess that's why it's called Snake Tales. Here, in case anyone actually wants to read it on YouTube after the fact, then hey, you know, can pause it at these various different places. But I'm too tired to, you know, what? Minus data save? No. Oh, I just close it like that. Okay. Oh, wait, what? Mini game modes? Oh. Oh. I think I might be pretty done with playing this game, though. That is cool that there is some other stuff here, and hey, look, you can play as a snake and experience what he was going through in the plot of this game. But I think I'm pretty done. Yeah, honestly, maybe if I'm feeling spicy, I might do it sometime later, but I'm feeling pretty done here. Overall, I like this game. This collection is not exactly great. What with the whole thing where Bob, where it's like, you know, it's all digital, not physical. And it can't even do 60 FPS when these are 20-year-old games. Like, really? I know the Switch is underpowered compared to the other consoles, but come on. When the game that you're running is 20 years old and you can't hit 60 FPS, it's like, come on. I feel like Konami just kind of, you know, dumped this out there and, you know, to make a quick buck and stuff. Oh, this is different. Interesting. But yeah, it doesn't really feel like it was all that fleshed out special. You story? Is that a recap of I don't know, man. It's 8 in the morning. I am so tired. I might grab some food over there. In terms of, we might still do some other stuff here, you know, while I'm half dead. But, you know, generally, I like this game. This collection, maybe not so much. And the game itself was definitely it definitely had its times where it was kind of annoying, but for the most part, I liked it. I don't know whether I'd say I liked MGS 1 or 2 more, though. I'd have to give it some serious thought. But, you know, it is the kind of thing where I would have a big think about it. You know, I thought they were both pretty good. And yeah, I'm just gonna play Snake Eater when the remake comes out, I figure. You know, rather than doing like 2 playthroughs of essentially the same game. So I'll do that whenever it comes out. Oh man, my throat is still really dry. And, you know, from there, we'll do MGS4, stuff from there, and we'll get through it. This has been an interesting adventure going through the whole Metal Gear series in order. We're now, what, like 5 games in? Because there's the 3 retro ones, and there's the 2 solid ones there. Yeah, they really did have to. It couldn't be a single thing that you boot into. They're all separate things. Yeah, you put in the cartridge, and here's 5 different things. Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, original Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2, and then, like, here's bonus content of, you know, like, OST and art books and... Art books? They had, like, the comic book kind of things of the stories. I don't know. The graphic novels? I don't know. Yeah, here's hoping that that won't be the case for Delta when it comes out here, the 3 remake, but we'll see. Yeah, I agree. That is pretty annoying. And what's extra annoying is the fact that these 3 are all installs. None of them are included on the cartridge. You have to download them. And you can still only play them when the cartridge is in the Switch, despite the fact that they are, you know, digitally installed and none of their data is on the cartridge. Just the license to play them and stuff. That was something that we were talking about a little bit. What, like 20 hours ago now? Oh man, how time flies. Yeah, I hope so. We'll see with Snake Eater there. You know, after playing Metal Gear Solid 2, I feel like if I did hop back into this now, I would be a lot better. Like, it was a little bit of a learning curve, getting used to, like, the aiming and shooting and stuff like that and how it worked there. Which, you know, helped me out when I hopped into this, having an idea of how it already worked. You know, but after playing through this, if I hopped into this now, you know, I'd be a lot more adept at it now, I think. But yeah, in terms of what the rest of this 24-hour Cherry stream is looking like, you know, I can try going for a couple more hours here. I don't know when the teardown starts. No, none of the other Fragapalooza people even have their set up anymore. I'm literally the only person left. Like, if I go to only camera... Yeah, it does this again. I don't know why. It shows, Anyway. I'm literally the... Whoops, wrong camera there. But I'm literally the only frag person. With a computer still set up and stuff here. Everyone else is skipped out. Everyone else is done. But I've been going here, you know, non-stop this whole time. Can you see how tired I am? Yeah, from 5 in the morning until 8 in the morning the following day. She'll probably go until at least like 11 or noon today, something like that. I think Teardown is either... I think it's at 11 from the tentative schedule that I was provided. I'm not entirely certain. Yeah, it's in the Stream title. This is West of Intimal. Is the case. Is the last major thing that's in the title of the Stream. So, but yeah, this is, I believe, one of the largest malls in Canada. Could be wrong on that, but it is, you know, pretty big stuff. What do I even want to say? Oh yeah. Because, you know, even though I was here early, even though I was here at 6 in the morning, and, you know, I've been here quite a while. I've already been here more than 24 hours. I have not been streaming for that time yet. Because, you know, we needed to set up all, like, the cabling and stuff like that. And, you know, get the whole setup set up here. So, you know, it's still going to be a little while before I've been streaming for 24 hours. Like, I still have about a couple hours to go if we want to count when I actually start playing the video games and stuff. And I fully intended to stream until Teardown. And I'm sure I can. I'll just be half dead. So I was thinking, like, oh, maybe I should just do, like, some of the, like, I'm not going to start anything new right now. I figured if there was a lot of extra time, we could do, like, that playthrough of Metroid Prime Hunters that I've been meaning to do. Since that's a relatively shortish game, like 7 or 8 hours. But there's not time for that anymore. And I'm just going for a couple more hours, and maybe I'll just do, you know, one of the playthroughs that we've technically beaten, but there's more content that we can do. Like, Xenoblade 3, like Tears of the Kingdom. I was kind of leaning towards Xenoblade 3 because I still haven't done all the Blade stories. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna grab some food for now. I think this is what I'm gonna do. Let's see what's over there. Let's see. Also, maybe I can ask around to figure out what exactly teardown is going on, and you know, what the latest time that I can be here is. Alright, I'm putting my Switch into sleep mode now, though. That's what I'm gonna do. You know, might turn it back on here in a hot second, but yeah. So yeah, appreciate everyone who stopped by and hung out for the Metal Gear Solid 2 adventure, ending with me being kind of half dead here. And yeah, but the 24-hour cherry stream will continue for a little bit. I'm gonna grab some food and then figure it out.